Friends around the Philippines, around the world, good evening. Welcome to Direct Line here on NTV CCTN Channel 47. Okay, may gala, karong gabiyo na, murag magpalain sa tagamay kay sa unang mga broadcast nato, wa tay guest, puro straight commentary atong gihimo. So karong gabiyo na do nagitay guest, usa kini ka foreigner nga nagnegosyo din sa Pilipinas, nakaasawa og Pilipina. Without much ado, I will introduce to you our guest for tonight on the program Direct Line, the creator of the Alive Water, the owner of this Alive Water, the People's Water is owned by his wife, the registered owner, Honegger. And here is tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Alfred Honegger. Alfred, good evening.
Good evening, Andy. Thank you to invite us to your program. Yeah. I'm very, very happy to be here to talk and to explain what Alive Water is.
Okay.
So, to start...
Okay, before you start, Alfred, we'll also ask Priscilla, your daughter, to ask for good evening to all our viewers around the world. Priscilla Honegger, my friends, is the eldest daughter of Alfred Honegger. You say something, Priscilla.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you that I was able to come here to the Channel 47, and I thank also my father that I was able to come with. Thank you.
Okay, my friends, Alfred Honegger is a Swiss national. You know already Swiss is Switzerland. So he came to the Philippines 20 years ago, and he married to Lumen, who is from Leyte. Okay, Alfred, how do you explain about this Alive Water?
Okay, Andy, I know if I just explain, this will sound a little bit esoteric.
Okay.
No? So I want to make a test, no? That you try some water, no? Because then you can have the only opinion to know from the taste what means Alive Water.
Okay,
no?
okay. So we're going to drink this.
Yeah, wait. I give you. This is Alive Water.
Alive Water.
And this one is another water.
Okay.
No, it's not the same water.
Okay.
And now you can taste the water.
So what water first I'm going to taste?
Taste
this one.
Yes.
This Alive Water.
Yes.
From your company.
Yes.
Okay. Wow, it's very nice.
You try the other water, please.
I have to fold my stomach. Okay, never mind. Okay. There's a big difference, Alfred. The first one is very nice to drink.
What do you feel? I mean, what is the difference? Probably the people ask now, what do you feel? What is the difference?
Well, I feel very strong. You know, just when you drink Alive Water, you also more alive, isn't it? So I think this is the best, no? Okay.
Alive Water, of course, it's to compare with rainwater.
Yes.
Or water in the mountains, like in Switzerland, coming out of a spring, going down the whole way through a small river, passing small waterfalls, passing a lot of stones and things like that, moving down, because the water is not going straight, the water is moving around.
Yes, because they are looking for some exit.
Exactly. And this is the way how the water gets alive. This becomes the whole molecular structure of the water change.
Okay.
That means that once the water is alive and you drink alive water, of course the water is energized. The other water, which comes out of a tube or comes out of I mean, every water, tap water, bottled water, whatever it is, comes out of tubes. But as soon the water was pushed through the tubes, the water is completely damaged. No? Completely damaged, the water is dead.
I see.
So even the water we get out from Earth is dead water originally. And then with some bioresonance processes, we bring alive the water.
Okay.
I know again this sounds probably for you esoteric.
Yeah.
But it's not esoteric because this is proven by scientists that water can be brought alive. And there are many books written about water, like this one from a Japanese called Masuro Emoto,
Okay.
who already in the 50s, 60s studied the water, because here they say alive water is healing water.
Healing.
Or the alive water have the power to heal. Why it's like that? Because 70% of the world is water.
Water, correct.
And 70% of us, of our bodies, is water. So, if we drink that water, our body is getting
Dead.
dead. Die.
Yeah.
We are getting sick because
Yes.
we get diseases into us.
Correct.
And this is today a big problem, because if we go back hundreds of years ago, where the people get the water from natural springs or wells, people were not sick. Today, because everything is bottled, it's pressurized, it's chlorinated, with other additives, they drink that water.
But this is not chlorinized,
No. No.
or
But
making, putting some additive,
nothing.
additives.
No additives, nothing.
Okay.
So, if you bring alive the water with a bioresonance, which also have part of crystals, no? This is very important. No? Crystals,
Okay.
which are resonating with the universe, with the earth, to bring alive the water. So,
How many kind of crystals this Alfred?
how many?
How many kinds of crystal?
This here now we have 4 crystals. This is
Okay.
an amethyst. This is a rose quartz. This is a clear mountain crystals, and this is a tourmaline.
I see.
Tourmaline, it's a protective stone. Rose quartz and amethyst and mountain crystals are very good water stones.
Okay.
Stones which you can put in a jar of water like that. You can just put it in and put the water inside.
Okay.
No?
Okay.
Like this. You leave it overnight, and you will see in the next morning this water, if it was tap water, it's alive water.
But we are considering that this is a tap water. This
Yes.
is not this
No,
kind of water,
of course.
because this is already a live
Of
water.
course, of
Okay.
course. But even now, probably after 10 or 15 minutes, you will try this water again, you will feel a difference.
Because of this crystal.
Of course.
So this crystal makes the water alive. The dead water
It's
alive.
further making other structures,
I
because the alive water is structured water, or so-called hexagonal water, and tap water or bottled water, wherever he comes from, it's unstructured water.
Okay.
So here in our brochure here you can see the picture of unstructured water and structured water. Structured water, it's built by crystals, like probably you've been in America or in Europe, and during winter time you see snow falling down.
Yes.
And if the snow come down and it goes on your jacket or whatever, you see crystals. And those are hexagonal crystals. This is alive water. And this is what Masuro Emoto, many years ago, have photographed. He researched about water. He researched about water, and they saw that alive water have hexagonal, that means 6 angles, water.
Okay.
It goes further. If you read here the book, they discover, science discovered that water have a memory. Once the water is destroyed, no more memory.
No more
but
memory.
a live water have a big memory, which it's, they say, much more powerful than a computer memory.
And can heal so many ailments in the people's condition.
Can,
Yeah.
but because the point is, if you drink, if you have dead water in you, and you mix it with a live water,
It will worsen your ailment.
no, the alive water start
to
heal
heal.
the other water
And reconstruct.
and reconstruct the molecules of the other water.
Okay.
Because imagine if you were still in the embryo of your mother, in the placenta, there, the water there inside, it's alive water.
By the way, Alfred, how did you discover this alive water?
It's like this. Many, many years ago, maybe you remember,
Yes.
I was very, very big.
You're very big. That's
And
true.
I was very sick.
I was one of your sponsors during your wedding.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that time I was very big.
You're very
Yeah.
big, but still very cute at that time.
Of course, thank
And
you.
Priscilla was not yet born.
No, she was a small girl.
Yeah, she was small girl. Yeah,
No?
of course.
And I went back to Switzerland
Okay.
because here I could not get help. I went to doctors, but doctors said it's better I go back to my country. That they are more specialized in that. Because I was really obese. No, my
Okay.
body mass index was over 40. I
Okay.
was in life danger at that
Okay.
time. So when I went to Zurich, I met Professor Horber, which is a world-known doctor for obesity. No?
Okay.
And he told me that time there is only one way to get a surgery. This was a stomach bypass
Okay.
by Roux. I did that, and it's a very dangerous surgery. But after that, I mean, they cut your stomach and they do a bypass coming up from the intestine. After I did the surgery, he came to me and said, Alfred, now you have to drink
Alive
live
water.
water.
Okay. But before we continue that, Alfred, we'll pause for a break and let's listen some of our supporters, sponsors. Take it away, Rodel.